So, oh, that's so frustrating. You're sitting here trying to cut it and it just keeps binding up on you. Why is that? Dead battery, right? No, I know the glare wasn't good, but battery's fine. It's fully charged. I like these batteries that they got the indicator on them. They're fully charged. It ain't the battery. Could it be this? Or could it be something else? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. So you got to stay tuned. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Jeff, Arizona Hot Homestead. And as you just saw in the beginning there, I tried to cut this board here to show you the example of it binding. And I'm wondering, why is it binding? I got a new battery. Battery's fully charged. Could it be this? I know I've used the heck out of this. Maybe the motor's gone bad. Well, we're going to take a look at this. I don't think it's the motor. I think it's something else. So let's take a close look. So we know it's not the battery. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this blade here. Now in most saws they'll have a tool with it, and they should have a stop. This is a stop on this particular model, so there should be some kind of blade stop there. If not, you can always stick a screwdriver in the groove in there and that will hold it. Now when you go to loosen these, it's opposite of what you think. You're righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Opposite, because of the way the blade spins. So you don't want it to come loose. So instead of lefty-loosey, I want to go righty-loosey. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to also hold down this button. And what's going to happen is as I go to turn it, see, it just caught right there. And then it will allow me to loosen it. And then I can pull this out. Now I want to show you something on this blade here. See if we can get a good close-up of the teeth on this blade. Let's see. Right there is a good tooth. But there's no tooth on that one, no tooth on that one, no tooth on that one, or that one, or that one. Holy cow. That one, there's a second good tooth, none, none. There's another that's third, none. There's another one there. I've got 4 good teeth on this. I don't know how many I've got on there, but I've only got 4. It's missing majority of the teeth. That's why it's binding. If you also notice on here, the teeth are supposed to be slightly bigger than the blade itself. So they're either supposed to be a little wider or a little bit at an angle to be wider than everything else so that it doesn't bind. So I have another blade here, and this other blade here is the exact same size, but on this other blade, now it looks like it's the same number of deals, but as you can see here, it's easy because it's red, so you can see the parts that's not red. So there's a nice piece on there. And then when you kind of, I don't know how well it's coming in the camera, but that is slightly bigger than this. Not much, but it is slightly bigger. That's to help keep it from binding a little bit. So we're going to put this on, and then we're going to run the saw again, and you're going to see the difference. I hope. Now when you buy a new blade, you've got to not only make sure that you're getting the right size, but make sure that the hole that's on the blade is going to match what you have here, because obviously your different models, each one might be slightly different. Oh, which way do I turn the blade? There's an arrow right here. There's an arrow right here. So I have to make sure that those arrows line up. So if I would have done it this way, that would have been incorrect. Now it's kind of almost foolproof because you want the writing on front, but still follow your arrows so that that way you know your blade is going to be cutting in the right direction. And remember, righty-tighty, so that means it's just the opposite. In fact, on this model here, it actually says to turn tight, and then there's an arrow. where's my stop? I'm going to press in my stop so when I go to turn, it will catch the blade and allow me to tighten. What's nice is it doesn't take much to really tighten it, so you just get really snug. And then I'm going to replace this back. Most all saws should have this, so if not, it's just a simple Allen wrench. Now let's get my board, let's do a cut, let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, that thing flew through that. I hardly put any pressure on it and it just like raced through. Oh my gosh, what a difference. Maybe what I need to do going forward is check the blade more often, and if it starts missing teeth, it needs a new blade. That way your cuts will be faster and they won't bind on you. Pretty simple, huh? So what did we learn in this video? How to change a blade, but more important, why that your cuts may be slowing down and maybe binding up. Could just be as simple as you're missing some teeth. So don't go to the dentist, go to the hardware store, get yourself another blade that's got more teeth than just 4 out of 18. So hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button there so you catch all the action here on the homestead. I've still got a long ways to go before it's fully going, but gotta get the foundation. I got big plans coming up, so I need to make sure this saw was working, because man, I'm gonna put it to use here when I enclose this patio here. I've got a lot of lumber coming, so we're going to do some of that. So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to like and share and make some comments if you wish. And gee, I guess I'll see you guys on the next video, huh? See you, bye, have fun.